What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Panda podcast. Today, we're going to talk a little about football. I hear myself. Y'all give me one fucking moment. I can't do this. I thought, you know what? I'm going to sit here. I want to listen to myself. I cannot listen to myself talk. It just doesn't work out in my head. And as you can see, we got a whole different background. We have changed from the last episode. If you're in my streams, you would know this already. But with today, I'm going to talk a little bit about some sports. I'm going to talk a little bit about the setup. I'm going to talk about what this is. I'm going to talk about what that behind me is. I'm going to talk about this beside me, which is another thing, and then some other things going to be talked about. Also, another thing to talk about. I think I talked about it last episode. How are we doing today, guys? Welcome in. Today is the 29th, I do believe, when this is dropping. Today is not. Today is the 22nd. But I'm recording this week out. So the 29th. I would assume it's the 29th because today is the 22nd. And when you go 7 days from today, it would be 29. I can math properly. Yay! Applause. But yes, so that right there. This screen right here is going to be our behind us. It's my daughter's TV now. It's got my PS4 hooked up to it, so she's got her something to play. But when it's not being used and I'm streaming, bang, that right there. Now, like I said, I hope everybody's having a great time. I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode. If you have not, please go back, watch that episode after this one. That way you're not forgetting about this one. Go over there, like it, comment, tell me what I can do better. Obviously, we've changed the scenes a little bit. We changed everything else a little bit. And we, let's get it started, shall we? I had to do a little renovating in the room. We needed to figure something out. We needed to change the room around because I felt like I was in the middle of the room. And I kind of was, like, basically right here. This is where the end of my desk was. Good Lord. This is where my desk come to. And I had a whole bunch of shit behind me, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that or not. So we looked around. I talked about what we can do. This desk right here behind me is wifey's. It was against this wall that I'm currently up against. And we wanted to open the room up more than just the middle of the floor, because you'd have to like turn around and there was cables everywhere behind it. And if you wanted to get to something, you were stepping over cables. And it's like that's not going to work. So we needed to figure something out. And it was that way for a few days, or a few months actually. And we decided to, because we were iced in, we couldn't go nowhere, we couldn't do anything. The whole ice-ageddon that we had for last week. If you're in Alabama, northern Alabama, you also know that it was stupid. My car was literally frozen to the ground. Like the ice had formed, like the water and the ice formed around my front driver's side tire. I can't speak this morning, guys. And it froze it. So even if I wanted to back my front wheel drive Golf out of the ice, it wouldn't have went anywhere. I would have just slid back into place. Like this thing was a solid sheet of ice on our ground. And it was dumb. We're in Alabama. We don't get this kind of stuff. We get snow every 4 or 5 years. We don't get ice that looks like snow at all. But that kept us in the house from Monday to Thursday. We didn't go to work at all last week. Drove wifey insane. Drove my child insane. Me? Not really. I kind of strived in it. I enjoyed it. I got some shit done. We actually got a lot done with the wedding. That's coming up in August. We got the room situated. And it helped with keeping everything just getting done. But still, wifey doesn't like sitting in the house. Wifey doesn't like staying put. When we have the ability to leave, it don't bother her as much staying home. She's like, oh, I want to get out. I want to go do something. Okay, let's do something. No, we ain't got the money. We don't need. But when you're frozen in and you cannot leave and you're stuck in a house with me for 4 days making stupid jokes and bullshit, she didn't like it that much. So wifey just did what wifey did. Yeah, she got out of it. We just thought we got to go to work Friday. We needed to go to work. We needed to go make some money. Had to get paid. And then we had to go work overtime Saturday just to make up for it. I'm working 1 day of overtime made up for 2 days of regular work, which is fucking insane. So we'll have a decent paycheck. Basically, because we missed the 2 days, it should be about the same. Yeah, everything turned out good. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The room changing. We've got football coming up, which is something that my Baltimore Ravens. I have 2 NFL teams. Before people go, oh, you're a Ravens fan, you're a bandwagon. I've been a Ravens fan since 2005. Make it in matters worse, I've been a Carolina Panther fan since 99. Because I picked up a video game and it had Panthers on it, and I'm like, I like their colors. So I picked them. I have an issue with picking teams that suck. Case in point, I'm an Auburn fan. My team sucks. They have good days. They have bad games. They have good games. They have good years. They have, decent games. But the majority of the time is mediocrity, and we usually get about barely over 500. We maybe break even. I don't think we've seen a championship bowl game since 2015. I don't know if we even made it to the playoffs before. I'm not sure. I know we went in 2012. We won that, and we went in 2015. I think we played in the last BCS bowl before the BCS championship before the playoffs. I think Auburn, and that's when we lost to Florida State. Which, by the way, they got fucking destroyed. I know it's been a few weeks. It's been a while. And they, wanting to play. Alabama got beat. We all know that. Saban retired. And people decided to transfer, which is fucking ridiculous. That's a problem. If they're like, I don't want to play anymore, Saban's not here, and they leave, it's stupid. It is beyond stupid. Play, stay with your team, be loyal. Don't be that kid who runs around just for money. If that's the case, then you've ruined yourself. But let's talk about this weekend. I don't know the teams who are going to win. Obviously, this is going to be after the week. This will be posted the weekend after the conference championships of the AFC and NFC. And you got the Ravens and the Chiefs. And then you got Detroit Lions and the fucking San Francisco 49ers. Now, a lot of people will be like, this is the time where the logo shows purple and red. Okay, it makes sense. There's 2 red teams left. Is the Chiefs and the 49ers. But there's only 1 purple team left, so that puts the Ravens on 1, and then the only red team on the NFC is going to be San Francisco. My eye is itching. My child will walk in here in a minute. She's got to go to school. We're off today. She's got to go to school. So, I don't know how it's going to turn out. We will obviously update next week. We'll talk about the Super Bowl. We'll talk about what we think will happen next week. And right now, I do believe that the Ravens are going to take it all. If you go and watch all the games, there's only 2 teams that dominated their teams this past weekend. The Lions walked all over. I say walked all over. They played really great against Buckamore. Jesus. This is the thing that I'm going to do. I will not edit any of this. The Buccaneers. My words get jumbled. And it's just not going to be anything else to it. I'm just going to just fuck up words. Sorry. It's how I plan on doing this, keeping this as real as possible. Now, I'm trying to keep like that in the background, but I'm trying not to because it's the podcast and it's not the actual streaming. Because streaming, I'm going to be here, and you can kind of see where it's behind me. But yeah, I feel like Detroit's got. I'm hoping for Detroit to win because I would love to see Detroit in the Super Bowl because they've not played in I don't know how long. The last time they won a Super Bowl was probably never. I'm not entirely sure when the last time they won was. And I don't know when San Francisco's last one was. But Detroit there's the one team that's just like, oh, okay. Like I pulled for the Browns. When the Browns needed a playoff win, hey, let's go with the Browns. It's just one of those teams you pull for because a fan base have been waiting for so fucking long. And they need something. So I hope they win the NFC. But I don't want them to win the Super Bowl. Unless the Chiefs beat the Ravens, which I don't think they're going to. If the Chiefs lose or win, if the Chiefs win and it's the Chiefs and the Lions, I'm 100% going for the Lions. But I do not think that they're going to beat Baltimore. The Chiefs are not going to beat Baltimore. Maybe I eat my words. Maybe in the morning it'll be, oh, no, they destroyed them. Could be. I'm going to make a prediction, though. And then, obviously, we'll see if I'm correct. And you can correct me down below if I'm wrong. So, I think the Detroit Lions and San Francisco NFC Championship game is going to come down to the last drive where Jared Goff, if I'm not mistaken, it's Jared Goff, is it not? Yes, it's Jared Goff. Gets downfield, ends it fucking gorgeously with a beautiful pass to whoever. But I feel like the Lions will end up winning on the last drive. 7-point game. Final score, I would say, let's say 27-20. Keeps it close, 20-20. Halftime they'll go in. They'll be behind at the half. And then they'll come in and 20-27 at the end of the game. Now, Baltimore. I think Baltimore walks off. I think their defense controls Patrick Mahomes. Kels is his name now, not Kelsey apparently. It's Kels. I think they can control them. They might get a few good plays in, but I don't feel like they're going to prevail, I guess you can say. I think the Baltimore is going to be able to just go in, handle their business. Lamar's going to do his thing that Lamar does. Reminds me a lot of Cam Newton from Auburn. Like, yeah, you can run. We trust his running more than his passing, I think. It's just still kind of bad if you think about it. But I think they keep Kansas at 17. I don't think Kansas gets over 20. I mean, I know C.J. Stroud is a good quarterback, but they kept him at 10. After the second half, it was a blowout. 24 unanswered points, nothing changed. Like, Justin Tucker kicking a 57-yard field goal in win, bro. Like, there's so many weapons on that team. I feel like Baltimore's going to be able to handle them. Maybe close at halftime. Kind of like it was this past weekend. But I just poked myself in the fucking eye. Y'all just seen that, dude. God damn it, that hurt. Oh, that fucking hurt. Yeah, I think they keep it close at halftime. Baltimore going to the half in the lead by, say, 3. Last-minute field goal by Tucker. And then I think the Ravens, they hold off and they end up winning by 14. I'll say they win by 2 touchdowns. Now, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then let me know in chat, because I'm not going to obviously, I'll talk about it next week and we'll see what goes from there. But that's my predictions. That's what I think will happen. And I'm terrible at predicting things. I can't bet money worth of shit. So this ain't a bet. This is just what I personally believe, what I think will happen. So I believe the Lions will win and the Ravens going into the Super Bowl. And then Super Bowl week, which will be the 11th, so not next weekend. We'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about how everything else is going. In this past week, in sports, you had Jason Kelce. I'm calling him Kelce because Kels just sounds weird. Got cheated out of his retirement, which I'm pretty sure he didn't want any kind of parade around like most people. Hey, I'm retiring at the end of the year. And they're like, oh no. So they give him this big ass ovation after every game. I don't see like he don't seem like the kind of guy to have that kind of mindset. I feel like he was one of the guys that's like, okay, we're going to just have a year. We'll see how I feel at the end of the year. We'll see where we go. And then I'll announce my retirement if. For somebody in his locker room to go and break the news, because there's no, hey, I got news for you. I got something you want to hear, but you're going to have to pay for it. What are we talking? 15 grand or whatever the fuck, because journalists will pay money for fucking news. Somebody leaked the information to Adam, but you can't be mad at Adam. He's a journalist. He does what he does. It is what it is. But somebody in that locker room to go and do that to Jason shows me the kind of person it is. And I hope they find out who it was. I wish Adam would come out and be like, hey, this guy said it. It wasn't me. I'm just reporting the news. This guy come and told me. But also, I think Jason shouldn't retire this year just because of that. Just because of that one teammate, that one trainer, that one coach, whoever decided to go and open their mouth about it. I feel like they need to be proved wrong. Jason, come back for one more year. Come back for one more year, Jason. Not that you're going to see this, but Jason, if you see this, come back one more year to prove whoever went and leaked your information out wrong. Come back for the 14th season. Fuck it, make it 15. Make it an odd number. Make it 15. You ain't got to play all the time. Just come back. But it's just to say fuck you to the guy who went and leaked what should have been your moment. Okay? That right there needs to be how that handled. Like I said, nothing against Adam. He ain't the one he done his job. He could have went and asked, hey man, I got this information saying this is happening. Is there, any truth to it? Can I pose, have a little bit of respect? But once again, like I said, he's a journalist. He's going to do where the news comes from. And there is a massive story that follows Jason. So therefore, him doing that would be, makes sense. Fuck the guy on your team, your coach, your staff who leaked that information. Fuck them. I am in the process of looking for a Jason Kelce jersey because I want one because the big dude. You'll be the only lineman that I ever pick up. Defensive end, I want Julius Peppers. I want jerseys. I want all kinds of jerseys. I think it would be badass to have a bunch of jerseys for different people. And currently, NFL-wise, I've only got one. That's Newton. That's when they went to the Super Bowl. But I'm wanting like Ray Lewis, Justin Tucker. You got Troy Polamalu. You got, who else did I put? Let me check real quick. Who else did I fucking put down? I can get on Twitter right quick, guys. Here it is. So, Colts, number 1, Pat McAfee. Watching his highlights, watching his shit. I've known of Pat because I'm like, this dude I've been watching his podcast recently, or well, his show, but I want Pat McAfee's jersey just because I want Palomalu on the Panthers. I want Steve Smith and fucking Julius Peppers. Are the two guys that I enjoyed watching. Eagles, obviously Jason Kelsey, and then the Dolphins. I want the Dolphins jersey. But not who you expect when I say Dolphins. You can make your custom jerseys. You can make certain things. I do believe. If I'm not mistaken, you can go to their website and you can pull up Dolphins and the jerseys or whatever. NFL store custom number, custom name. I want a legitimate jersey, Dolphins jersey, number 5, Ray Finkel. That would be fucking hilarious. I believe that would be fucking hilarious. What is that? Okay, so let this homeboy know I'm lurking still. Set my phone back down. Got a birthday today. He's streaming and I'm just hanging out in his chat, just lurking. So yes, we got a lot going on. We have a few things going on. I found out last week how hard podcasting really is. How hard it is to just sit and talk for an hour. Because that's what I want to try to do. I try to put out an hour show every time. And then I wanted to find something to talk about. So I talked about me. Now I'm talking about sports. I'm 21 minutes in. I'm not even halfway through. And I was like, Jesus, fuck. What's stuff to talk about? I don't have anything to talk about. So we try to do things I want to talk about. I got to sneeze. I can feel it. It's in the middle of my nose right now. It's building up. I also try not to my allergies, this whole thing right here is fucked. I can't breathe when I just need my nose plugged. So I just sit here and talk like this right here. I'll be like, hi everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's Premium Panda and we are fucking live. Oh. So yes, we got our football talk out of the way. I'm not big into football, like NFL. I haven't followed it much here lately. I watch my teams. Even if they're playing bad, I watch my teams. So it's early. So yeah, we do what we can do. We got our desk set up. We got some wifey's got some lights on hers. I got some lights on mine. So my desk is set up. You can't really see it. I don't know why I'm showing it. I'm gonna click it. You don't see the lights changing. But yeah, moving this room around will be a lot more open in the middle. But it is what it is. Why am I wearing a headset? What am I doing wearing a headset? I just realized that I'm wearing my fucking headset. 22 minutes in. There's no sound playing. There's nothing coming through these at all. Because I'm looking at my cables. Okay, what's touching my leg? Headphone cables. Why am I wearing the fucking headphones? I was listening to myself talk to get started. This whole fucking time, for the last fucking 23 minutes, I'm wearing headphones. That's dumb. I'm not talking to anybody. Now, if I was talking to somebody, if I had somebody like in a Discord chat and talking to somebody, then yes, that would make sense. But I'm not. God dang it. Stupid. Let me talk about something today. We are looking for my Twitch channel and my TikTok channel. If I get 50 subs across both, currently we're at 3. The Toe of Satan. 9 million Scoville units. This is what... This is stupid. This is stupid. But I want to do it. And I think if I can't do the 50 subs within a certain amount of time, by the end of the month, I can't get any. I think what I'm going to do in February is just be like, hey, for every sub I get, that goes in the mouth. On TikTok, on Twitch, I put his toe in my mouth until it's gone. Not hold it there. I'll figure something out, some way to do that. That way it's not... Somebody sends, say, I have a clock, which I can add that real quick and show y'all. Let me do this. Labels. Ah, there it is. It ain't going to show it, is it? There it is. The timer. And with the timer, I can be like, hey, I got to do 1 minute. For every sub, I do a minute. So I just add it, do the minute, take it off kind of thing. If I get 5 subs, then I refresh it, obviously. And it'll start counting. Now, 5 minutes. Kind of thing. For every sub is a minute, basically. But I will figure out those details later. If you watched the last episode, you saw me do the commercial break, which was technically just my ad for me. So this ad is sponsored, or this stream is sponsored. Podcast. Jesus fucking shit. This advertisement is sponsored by fuck. The stream is sponsored by fuck. The podcast is sponsored by me and my brand. So if you're interested, fuck, this way, in merch, if you want to go and you want to support. Fucking words are hard this morning and I can't figure it out. I guess that's stuck in there. If you want to support all this, please, I'm going to make a Panda podcast shirt. So it'll have this logo right here on it. So if you want to support the podcast, that's what that'll go to. If you want to support me in any way and you want to take and do any kind of support, please. Everything, nothing is expected, but everything's appreciated. And with my shirts, let me talk about that a little bit, because I talked about it yesterday on stream. I don't make a lot. So if this shirt is $15, I make $1. I try to keep it as low as possible without going over the amount. I try to make it as cheap as possible. So I'm not selling a $15 t-shirt for $45 just because it's got Fat TV on it. There's no reason in that. There's none whatsoever. There's no reason for it. I don't want people to go and buy something and it be overly expensive and you go out of your pocket, out of your way for whatever reason. There's no reason for it. I would rather see a ton of people wearing my merch and me make $5. I'd rather see 5 people walking around with my shirts and me only make $5 than see one person walk around with a shirt and me have $25. If that make any sense? Because there's no reason. I don't care how big you get. I don't care how big this gets. I don't care how big my streaming gets or anything gets. My merch will not be more than the cost. Much more. I won't make a lot of money off of merch. Well, you got to make money off of something, I get that. I understand that. I completely understand that my merch is not going to make me money. But if I sell 100 shirts, then I make $100. That's enough for me. Obviously, I want to do this full time. Obviously, I enjoy streaming. I love talking, clearly, and meeting people. And people who follow me and enjoy my stuff, I want them to be able to walk around with Panda brand gear, basically. I'm calling it Panda brand. And support and be like, hey, y'all should definitely check this guy out. Oh, where'd you get that shirt? Oh, check this fucking guy. And it build. And that may not happen. I may be just in my own head about this shit. But I do believe that if more people it's cheaper for more people to buy, then, because like Tim's shirt, I'm using Tim and I hate name dropping him. I went and looked at his shit and it's just, there's no way. Anybody who has merch who's charging outrageous numbers, as somebody like me who has seen what it costs to make the shirt. And what I can put on, I can make it $99. I have a shirt that's $99. Stupid. It's a gold shirt that says premium across the front of it. On the arm, it says Panda. It's got my Panda emblem, that one, and it says Panda beside it on the arm. But it's gold. Unnecessary purchase. $99. I make $88 off of it. But it's just there. It's like the Supreme kind of thing. That was literally the concept behind it, was Supreme. Like, okay, I'm going to do that. No one's bought it. No one's going to buy it. I'm going to buy one just to buy it. Obviously, for me, I get them at discount prices. I get whatever the charge of the shirt is. The shirt's like $15. So I'm paying $15 for the shirt, but it's there. It's literally, the description said, this is unnecessary. It's strictly for support. So that's what the shirt is. I don't like people not being able to enjoy. That's why I do t-shirt giveaways. So let me move these fucking remotes. This TV behind us. 2 remotes. One for the arrows and one to hit OK. So I have to move arrows and all this other 2 different ones. It's dumb. That's a different story. We got to get a new remote today. What was I talking about? Oh, t-shirts. This is our current giveaway. I do free t-shirts. I give away t-shirts to people who is free entries on certain ones. But if you want more entries, if you, like on Twitch, if you drop bits or if you sub, you get, extra entries. TikTok's the same way. If you're subbed, if you're an active member, even on both platforms, anywhere, if you tip to me, then you get entries that way. You get more entries with a tip than you do with bits and subs or subs on TikTok and whatever else you got on here. Oh, the team thing. If people can't afford it, you can go to Twitch and do a free entry and you can win. This one's kind of lopsided because some guy come in and dropped for my daughter's softball thing, and it was a lot. So he's got a bunch of entries. But yeah, I'm doing a free t-shirt giveaway. And by the time this will be out before the end of the month, but I don't think you'll have a lot of time to do it between. Yeah, so this goes until the end of February, actually. So the free t-shirt giveaway will go until the end of February. So we still have a month and 7 days. It's about 5 weeks left on this. It's about 5 more weeks, and the free t-shirt giveaway will end. This is just a regular t-shirt, not a custom one. So that itches. What the fuck? Yeah, fucking hair. I gotta get this done. Itchy. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, the weather outside is frightful, but the world is so delightful. There's no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I got dry skin. Sometimes dandruff. I'm trying here. It itches. Everything right here itches right now. I forgot to change this to 60 FPS. There, the way the outside is frightful. Yes. This episode is going to be in 48 FPS. 1280 by 1280 by 720. Lower frame. Lower. But it's fine. It's not because I forgot to change it before we got started. I keep forgetting. Unless my recording. The recording might be better. The output scale might not be. It might be 1920 by 18, 1080, 1080p, 1080i, 1080. That's like a door opening. That fucking video, the door, is ridiculous. So, we're sitting here thinking of that, just the door, talking about video. We got some ideas for this potentially, just a podcast, but also for helping promote other people, basically. So, like, I may make a Discord channel. I have a Discord channel. A channel on that Discord where people can come in, people can drop clips, and I can pull them up, per se, on here, and it'll look kind of like this thing. And I would watch the video, and then it's either going to be that or it'll be on this one. So with this right here, and I'll be watching their videos or watching something that I find, on the thing, something worth watching. Maybe. Depending on, and some things are going to be bad. If it's bad, then I'm going to have to cut that part out. But the whole point of this podcast was not to edit shit. I don't give a shit. If you don't use offensive, I don't give a shit. I don't care. But I want to do something other than this. I want to try to get some people in. I want to try to talk to some people. But yeah, first episode drops today. Today is the 22nd. So episode 1 of the Panda podcast comes out today. Technically. So last week, not this week. This is today is the 29th. Did not realize how difficult it was to keep up the dates. Try to figure out, hey, what's next week? So that's just something we got to work through. We gotta stretch. Yeah, well, 36 minutes in. I'm going to go grab me water because I've been talking. My mouth is starting to get dry. And I need to get me some water. What is in here? There's something in my cup holder. Oh, scan disc. That's my cup holder in a cup holder. The cup holder they sent for this desk is massive for no reason. The wifey's like, let me go get something. She brought me back this little thing. And I don't know what it is. But it holds my drinks. It fits perfectly in there and it holds my drinks. Now if I have a big cup, I take that out, put that in. But I'm going to run in there. I'm going to grab some water. I'm going to run the same ad I run last week. And then we'll be right back. Today's episode is sponsored by me. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by me, fuck, is merch. We have a merch link. It'll be down in the bio. We'll have everything down there if y'all want to go click on it. Anything that is bought or tipped or whatever goes directly back into the stream to make all this better. So if you feel like, hey, my microphone is inadequate, money goes to my microphone. If I feel like my lighting is inadequate, I will just, I'll get them, and everything will go toward it. So thank y'all for enjoying this podcast. If you want to, contribute, that's fine. If not, you want to hang out and just watch, that's fine too. Appreciate y'all sticking around. And that was my commercial break. And welcome back. That was the same ad you saw last week. But it's okay. That's the only ad I have right now. It is for me. That is for the ad. That is for the merch. That is for any interest in anything. And yeah, that's the plan with merch. That's why my merch is low. That's why everything is the way it is. Now, let's talk about something else for the next few minutes. Something else I can talk about. Ramble. I can just sit here and just run my mouth about nothing. Just talk and change my voice and do the accents. And oh my God, it is Sir David Attenborough here with another observation of the fat guy on the camera. He is a panda, wannabe's panda, but he can't be. He's not fat enough. He takes his time thinking about what he can do to better everything. I don't know why I decided, why I decided to do a podcast. Clearly it's not the best thing, but I see that some people are, they're able to make something out of podcasting, and then eventually, they're making more money on podcasts than a lot of other things. Let me put it this way: I listened to Two Bears, One Cave with Tom and Bert. Sorry, Bert and Tom. Bert and Tom. Tom and Bert. Bert loves hearing himself talk. I like talking. I love talking. I was going to do this at work. Couldn't do it at work. I may do an exclusive Boya stream. This is the only thing I use. Podcast. This past weekend we went to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And we went up there for wifey's mom's birthday. We decided to go up there and stay a night, and what we're doing up there, I have no clue, because I'm not there yet. I have not been there yet, but by the time you see this, I have already been there. Ooh. It's dumb. I'm slouched. I'm going to adjust my chair. The way I'm sitting up. So yeah, we're going there. We're going to be going for her birthday to the place up there called the Apple Barn. But it's not a barn. And it's not full of apples. The name confuses me. I confused. We're going up there. Hopefully it's not raining. It says it's supposed to rain. But I'll talk about that next week whenever we're like, oh no, you're live. You're not streaming this weekend. No, I'm not streaming this weekend. I'm not sponsored by them. That was hold on. There we go. You can't see it. You can't tell what I'm drinking here because it's blurred out. No sponsor. They won't sponsor me. They're like, who the fuck is this fat ass? We're not giving him a sponsor. We don't even know him. He has no viewers. I turned this into a hobby, basically. Just venturing out, trying different things. But, well, shit, I completely got off. The podcast. Talking about people doing ad reads and stuff. I was listening to him. He's talking about how much they were making, or they make a ton of money from ad reads, and it's like that would be pretty cool. So my whole thing with all this stuff was eventually trying to make enough where this was my source of income, but I was still working on the weekends. So like going and working where I work now, but on the weekends, so less time and putting a lot of time into this. That was my goal. Wanting to keep my insurance. That's why I was going to stay at the place of work business now. But I realized I was doing stuff wrong. I got in my head, I'm like, this ain't going anywhere. I'm going to make it a hobby. And I kept that mindset for a while. But then everything started picking up and I started posting. I started doing things. And it's like, this is growing better than I ever thought it would. I'm further along than I thought I would be. So with Mondays are my podcast and content days. I got 10 videos I do believe I'm going to post, get scheduled on YouTube. And then I'll post them sporadically throughout the week. I need to make a video. I'm pretty sure I got a video, but I'm not entirely sure about how everything's set up on my stream. But people keep asking me how I do it, and I'm like, I'll do it, and I never do it. So I'll have to find a day. I may end up streaming today because I need to keep my viewers kind of thing. Because the last time I done this back in November and I didn't stream for like 2 weeks, it royally fucked me over. So I didn't stream Saturday, the 20th. Technically, I didn't stream today, the 22nd. but I need to. I think I'm gonna play a little bit, get an hour in or so, just to try to keep that viewer thing going, and we'll just go from there. I may go live on the weekend using this thing. This thing is the coolest fucking thing ever. I need to charge it, by the way. Paid $30 for it, and it's fucking cool. But yeah, we got a lot coming up, big plans. I'm gonna try to get somebody, if I can find somebody who wants to do a podcast. It may be, it's like, hey, we're open on Saturday. I can do it on Saturday. Then I'll change my schedule around for it. It'd have to be on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday. A lot of people work on Monday mornings, so Saturday and Sundays would be probably the best. I got a few people I have in mind already about who I want to do this with. But it'll basically be a Discord, and I'll have to get it set up for Discord. And it'll be basically our screen split. And we'll do that. I'll probably the 4th or 5th episode, or I may do it next episode. Fuck hell, I don't know. It'll be on a Monday, so no, it won't be that way. It'll have to be a weekend when I'm not doing anything. I can move my schedule around. But yeah, I got some plans. It's the first time I've been kind of level-headed about my content, about trying to figure out what I could do. It's like I needed a day to do content. So let's say if I got a job on the weekends, it would give me Tuesday through Friday off. Tuesday would be my off day like this. I would record stuff. I would do videos. I would do things on Tuesday. And Wednesday through Friday would be my streaming days. Gives me more days to stream. Give me longer to stream because I wouldn't be going anywhere throughout the day. And I can put out better content. I got a ton of videos I got to post. I got a ton of things I'm going to post. Brain filler, Sparkling. You don't know what that is. Retro. That's old school right there. Oh, Thick Boy Nation. So, hope you guys enjoy the setup. Hope y'all like the way this looks. We got we're 46 minutes in. Probably gonna call it on this one. Mainly because I'm not entirely sure what to talk about other than we're a week ahead. That's the one thing I try not to. I may do 2 in one day. Like if I can actually post it today, that would be different. But I got one posting already. So this one will drop on the 29th, and I may take a day this weekend, not do it. And then where this one drops on the 29th, today, the 29th, I won't record on that day, but the following Monday, so that'll be on it's not the 29th, so on the 5th. I'll record on the 5th and post it on the 5th. That way it's up to date and I can talk about what's recently happened. I can talk about what's coming up. And I'm not trying to predict shit. Be like, oh, well, this happens or this happens. It'll be, it'll be what it is. But yeah, guys, I think we might call it a day here. If you watch this video all the way to the end, please like and sub, share this video, comment below something you would like me to talk about, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. That also goes with posting on today. I can pull up the comments and stuff. If it's just something you enjoy and you would like to see more of it, please, like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, comment below topics, something I can talk about, and we'll go through it from here. Appreciate anybody on this journey, anybody who wants to be here and support and like and all this shit. If you'd like to check out our socials, we'll be down below. All the descriptions will be down below. You can go and click on any of them, or you can go to the Linktree account, which has everything. So, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody on Spotify who's listening. pretty sure there's video posting because for whatever reason the audio doesn't do right. But it's going to be on Spotify as well. If y'all are over there, please rate it how you want to. If you can like it on Spotify, like it. If you can give it a stars, a rating, please do that. Be honest about it. I'm not the kind of person that give me 5 stars. I would love 5 stars. I would love, the best possible rating possible. But I'm a realist, and I understand that I may be shit. So if you like this stuff, please, by all means, let me know. If you have a comment, something you want me to talk about, if you want to be a part of it in any way, I'll try to do what I can. But we'll see. We'll have to see what goes on. Because right now it's just me sitting in a room by myself, talking. I want to get earbuds. That way I can connect to this, so I'm not wearing a big-ass headset during the stream or during the podcast. Well, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much. And don't forget, if you didn't watch the first one, go watch the first one. If you made it to the very end of this, I'm about to hit the stop. Comment the red tomato. You can't do that on a computer, can you? There you go. That right there. If you make it to the end of this video, type in OG Premium Panda. The way I know you've made it to the very end of this podcast, I know that means you enjoyed it and you supported me through this entire thing. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and I will see y'all on the 5th next week. This is Stop Recording.